everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Oh My God segment of the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm sitting next to Steve Rosenfield, former writer for The Daily Show.
That's
and
me.
Hilarious comedian. How are you, Steve?
Great to be in an industrial area.
We're talking about Culver City now. A lot of people don't know this, but you took 7th place in the Robert De Niro lookalike contest, right?
Next time I'll try harder.
Okay. Next to him, TV's Frank from Mystery Science Theater 3000, Frank Conniff. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Hi, and I came in 3rd in the Philip Seymour Hoffman lookalike contest.
I think he came in 1st. Okay. So our first, the Oh My God segment is I'll play a clip, usually from a religious person saying something the opposite of what Jesus would have said. They try to get people to say, oh my God, audibly. It doesn't ever happen on the television show for some reason, but we're going to start off with a non-religious clip. Bill Bennett, I don't know if you know who Bill Bennett is. Bill Bennett was the Secretary of Education under Ronald Reagan, and then he went out to write the Book of Virtues. He then took $6 million from the royalties of the Book of Virtues and spent it in a casino. So
He wrote the best book of morals that a degenerate gambler has ever written.
that's what I would say. All right, so this is Bill Bennett. All right, so he was talking about how Mitt Romney had to distance himself from George W. Bush, but then Bill Bennett said no because people like. Well, here's what he said.
I don't think you throw out the whole Bush 8 years. We won the war in Iraq.
Boom!
Whoa.
There you go. There you go. We won the war in Iraq. Did you hear that? You don't throw out all 8. We won there's the good parts of the Bush administration.
Have people already forgotten the parades and the celebrations of our great triumph there?
You just show, that's what you're saying, is you just show some of the stock news footage from the Iraq war victory celebrations, and that's all you have to do to smooth over that, right? Yeah, I think when most Americans think of the Iraq war, they think huge victory.
That felt pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was an
And they
win
attacked us
column.
almost.
Yes.
And Bush promised before the war started that it would only take about 10 years and that it would be a hard slog.
Yeah. Yes.
He didn't make any unrealistic predictions, so.
Only a couple of trillion, which is not that much when you're printing the money anyway.
Yeah, just a couple $1 trillion. And what could we be using that for now anyway?
We won the war in Iraq. Bush did a lot of fine things.
And Bush did a lot of fine things. That may be my favorite quote of the year.
Maybe in his personal life.
We won the war in Iraq, and Bush did a lot of fine things. Yes, yeah. And by fine things, we mean horrible, shitty things, right?
He had no choice but to go to war after we invaded them.
He was trapped.
Yeah.
He was trapped.
So it's just ridiculous. We've got to praise him for winning a war after he left office that he started for no fucking reason.
Okay, so now let's shift our second clip in the Oh My God segment. Comes from Brian Fisher, who hosts a show for the American Family Asshole Association. And here he is talking about, so we had the attack on the consulate in Libya, and it turned out it was the consulate and not which is different than the embassy.
Oh, a consulate is
different than which is why I guess they were able to attack the consulate and not the embassy. I don't know everything. I just try to make jokes about stuff. So I actually found out this accidentally. So Brian Fisher was talking about the attack on the Libyan embassy. And by the way, it's Christian, right? He's focused on the family and all that stuff. American family, up your ass with the family. There's families everywhere. And
they like families, is what you're saying.
they're all about families.
They like their families. They don't really like our families.
No, not other people's family. They like certain families.
No family that started with a turkey baster do they approve of.
No, you can't have a turkey baster. And if you have a family, but it was annulled, right? Annulment, right? That's if you're Catholic and your wife is such a huge whore, even Jesus agrees with you that you get an annulment, right? And then you're okay. Okay. Bill O'Reilly's going to get one of those.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
So here we go. So Brian Fisher was talking about how we should handle, or how President Obama should handle the Libya consulate attack. Here we go. Remember, this is all about how Jesus would handle it.
What is Barack Obama going to do? He says, we are going to make sure that justice, quote, is done. Well, if it's going to be justice in Libya, justice is that every single member of the mob that killed this ambassador and the 3 other Americans need to be publicly hung by the neck until dead. Until that happens, justice has not been done. And I don't care how many strong adjectives Barack Obama finds to talk about it, justice will not be done until every member of the mob that killed these Americans in cold blood is hung from the nearest bridge by the neck until dead.
You know,
And it has to be a bridge. Can't just be a tree or whatever they find them. It has to be a really
if you
good
close
bridge.
your eyes, Steve, it sounds just like Jesus.
Yes. Because every Christian always asks themselves, who would Jesus lynch?
Who would Jesus lynch from the nearest bridge without a trial?
Yes, it's
Every single one of them.
this guy is such a great American to believe that people should be hung without a trial.
Without a trial, especially because our long history of getting that kind of thing right in America, how we hang people without trials from the nearest bridge. We normally get that kind of thing right. We never mess up on that. Yeah. So,
And this guy always sings the Pledge of Allegiance when he autoerotic asphyxiates.
we,